Have you ever heard of the name Charlie Corley? If you follow news about the U.S. Department of Defense, you might have come across a story about a woman who managed to steal $20 million from them. At first, you wouldn't think that someone like Charlie Corley could deceive the Defense Department out of such a large amount. It's surprising and makes you wonder how she pulled it off. So let's take a closer look at what happened. Charlie Corley didn't start out as a fraudster. She actually had a stable job as a defense contractor. She co-owned a company called CD Distributors, LLC, with her twin sister, Darlene Wooten. Their company supplied plumbing and hardware equipment, and they were doing pretty well for themselves. But it seems that Charlie wanted more. She and her sister were ambitious and wanted to expand their business beyond what they were already doing. They decided to take advantage of their contracts with the U.S. Department of Defense by finding and exploiting weaknesses in the billing process. It all started with a small mistake in 1997. The Defense Department accidentally overpaid them by $5,000 due to an error in shipping charges. Charlie and Darlene noticed the mistake and returned the money, but this got them thinking. What if they didn't return the overpayments? Would anyone notice? This was the beginning of their scheme. They started manipulating their billing practices to increase their profits. It all began with small inflated invoices, but over time, they got bolder and bolder. They used their company's computerized system to submit invoices with inflated shipping charges. These invoices covered shipments of military parts to various locations, including Afghanistan and Iraq. The government paid these invoices without questioning them, which allowed Charlie and Darlene to make a lot of money. One invoice, for example, claimed $445,640 for shipping a small number of elbow pipes, which were priced at just $8.75 each. Another invoice charged $403,436 for shipping just 6 machine screws. These inflated prices made it clear that CD Distributors was making a huge profit from these transactions. But eventually, their luck ran out. In September 2006, the U.S. Defense Department discovered the fraud. They noticed a suspicious invoice with a shipping charge of $998,000 for washers that were only worth 19 cents each. This led to a full investigation, which uncovered more fraudulent invoices. Charlie and Darlene were caught. While Charlie showed remorse and was willing to face the consequences, Darlene couldn't handle the situation and tragically took her own life. This left Charlie to face the charges alone. In August 2007, Charlie pleaded guilty to the charges of conspiracy, wire fraud, and money laundering. Her decision to plead guilty helped reduce her sentence, and she was eventually sentenced to 6.5 years in federal prison. During the trial, Charlie's lawyer argued for a lighter sentence, pointing out her clean criminal record and her involvement in community service. They even showed videos from people she had helped, including a family of a boy with autism who had been supported by Charlie. Despite her plea and the support from her community, the U.S. government seized most of Charlie's properties, which she had bought with the stolen money. This included multiple houses, cars, businesses, and luxury items. Charlie served her sentence and was released on February 7, 2015, after showing good behavior during her time in prison. Her story is a reminder of how a small mistake can lead to a life-changing event and how greed can push people to do things they never imagined.